starring Aurora, MOBB, and Blacklist International could be the final outing in this best of 5. The lower bracket semis, only one moves forth. You're hearing the dulcet tones of Naisu and Leo at your service. I just noticed, man, killer trades. Renege's Cho for Perks' Dig.
Yeah, and I know that they were hovering over it, and that's fine, but I think after what we saw put on show just the previous game, Renege is going to feel comfortable with that show. Now, if it gets shut down, that's what we were building up throughout game number 2, where we were like, you know, if it's handled properly, then Renege doesn't get to go and carry a game through himself. But also the other thing that sticks out is Demon Kite, once again, getting the Ling here. And they have a ton of utility with this lineup from Rora, so hopefully Blacklist has brought enough to the table to counter into that.
Truth be told, I agree with you. It's more of what's on the map and what's in their tanks, less than what the draft shows.
Yeah.
Because right now, it's more cerebral for Blacks International. They really have to give everything they got because this might be their most crucial game in all the playoffs just yet. Sans their best of 3, well, sorry, their best of 5 3-game series against Omega. Like, that was for Tournament Life. This for reals is for reals for Tournament Life.
It is, and it's at that point where Blacklist has to get this game under their belt here, at least, you know, get a little life in the series. And I think that's also why that little break that we had allows them to have that kind of mental reset that they probably need, because like we mentioned, that last game was a doozy. It was 9-42. So they needed to come out with a draft that's going to give them the advantage for this game.
And I think they do have that advantage, save for the on-fire nature of Game 2 for Renege's Cho. I think, just big picture, I think Black has a better draft. I'll say it out loud now.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they have the Hylos, they have Haji's Aurora, they have the Suyu, who I think is
number 1 pick.
It's a known element, right? We know what it's capable of. And you have the Moskov on Oheb, which I think, against Demon Kite, and even against Doming, has the potential to win more fights, like especially the big 5v5s.
There is, and I think that's where they have to focus on, is getting those wins when it comes to these early fights around the objectives, because that's where they kind of struggled. See this right now, Edward dealing with Lord JM, trying to keep him at bay. Half health on the Turtle. Demon Kite finally swooping in. Glorious Pathway already dropping down. The kick was already committed as well. They're going to drag him in with a Lantern. The Tempest Blade's going to come down as well. They're going to just go for the fight, looking for Perks. They'll find him first before they bring MP the King, but he does escape. Even Haji keeping up the passive, but this is a Turtle now for Rora.
That's first blood drawn, and of course a 3-man TKO. I'll call it now. They sent back MP, they sent back Lord JM, they took down Perk, they sent back Haji, and they scored the Turtle. Big win for the Northern Lights. Now 1,000 gold ahead, 3.5 minutes in. Let's talk about that gold lane. This is where I think Blacklist can make the most of the early game aggression of Aurora.
Yeah.
Protect Oheb, get him up to the point where he can farm, and I mean, I don't know, protect him from Renege or make the rest of the map more busy, more of a threat magnet, so Oheb can get there.
And that's why I think it's so important that MP the King gets the snowball that we usually see on this. Look at this kick. Oh, just going for the passive at this point. Implosions to catch Renege. They're going to lock him down with a freeze as well. Spear won't be needed that one, so this is the punishment that Blacklist needed to do against Renege.
That's literally all of the ults in that vicinity.
Yeah, it's a whole lot.
Save for the Glorious Pathway, but Renege died anyways. So see how much luggage Blacklist has taken from game 1 to just shut down Renege.
Again, these are the steps that Blacklist has to take, but they also have to win the macro front, because you can see the gold lead right now for Aurora based on everything they've been doing pace-wise. So that's what they've done throughout the series, is they are the ones setting the pace with what they have available to them. So Blacklist, you know, they're trying to keep things together, and going back to the point of Oheb, you know, they can protect him the best they can. He's actually got the Purify himself too. But as long as he's able to farm up, get what he needs, and then joins the fights later on, because of the fact that they have the implosion, you know how much of an effect that can have when it comes to those team fights with a Moskov paired up. And then they sprinkle in a little extra safety utility with Haji on the Aurora, who, yes, like you mentioned, paid dividends in their previous series against Omega.
Yep, so he knows Blacklist just have to get into that mindset of we're not here to beat Renegade, we're here to beat Aurora.
As a team.
And slowly but surely, 5.5 minutes in, second turtle come in, they're not even paying attention to the Hitman. And I think this is the best that they can do. But Renegade forcing himself to be noticed, getting in Blacklist's face, pulling the turtle out, still a dance, and look at this. Demon Guy just taking his sweet time. Look, he's just crossing around up top.
Well, he's going to go up
Father
there.
Noheb.
He's going for Oheb at least. I don't know if he's going to be able to pick up the kill. We can't get a glimpse on it. He goes under. Demon Kite will pick it up. 1 versus 1. Who cares about the turtle when he can get a kill? And now into the jungle. Perks will go in with a flicker implosion. They're going to catch Renegade again. A little bit of a clap back still. Demon Kite paying attention to that tier 1, but in the mid lane, the dunks are happening here from Edward. Frigid Glacier going to be knocked down. They drag Lord JM back. Looking for one more, but MP the King's going to jump in. Doesn't have enough damage. Look at that. Edward pumping out his own, but MP finally falls to Domeng. Looking for the shot, but the passive is there, and Domeng overextends into it as he gets taken out.
Bouts of miscommunication for Aurora, leading to the deaths of Domeng and Edward. You know what? Half of me thinks they were willing to give Edward, all right? They got to push up top, they got to push down bottom, but I don't think Domeng was part of the bundle. Now Perks, looking around, seeing what he can do about this turtle. Eventually just has to concede it. Now gets hit with a choke slam.
That's, you know, at this point, we've all played against it. It's a little tilting when you got a Jushin across from you and you're just trying to get to safety, man. But you just,
let me go.
Let me go.
Stop. I said no.
That's how it feels, basically, right? But with this, again, it's all going back to the point. Demon Kite made that play up top against Oheb, gets the tier 1 turret. You're seeing where the items are falling into place now.
Despite the stumble onto Domeng, he is still about 1,000 ahead of Oheb. And now,
kick.
whoa, Haji!
Implosion going to be used as well. Everything, once again, thrown for Renegade. It's almost like Blacklist has had enough of the Hitman on this show.
To be fair, wasn't just Renegade. DK was also a part of that massive implosion, Glorious Pathway, Frigid Ice combo.
And the spear came through.
Right? So that's everything.
It's everything.
If it worked out, would have been a masterpiece, an orchestrated ult from all 4 members of Blacklist International, sans MP the King, who does the cleanup. But luckily, Demon Kite had the Tempest of Blades, and now you're seeing lingering effects of Game-2. Folks, if you missed it, Aurora finished at about 9 minutes 40 seconds off the back of Renegade's show. This very same hero that you're seeing play now. And I guess it's a different tune, but Aurora is still in control.
They're still in control. They still have a lead. They're still working on these turrets, whittling them down slowly. And Demon Kite playing that top lane, pushing it when he can as well. All this is going to lead to eventually that Lord dance and see if they have enough fight in them for Blacklist.
Theoretically, Oheb should be able to do the same thing Demon Kite is doing, right? Splitting the map, farming where everyone else isn't, and then just being part of the fight anyways. But it's not the same.
It's not the same, especially with what happened minutes ago. Like, Demon Kite, you know, Oheb was doing that. He was just farming, doing his thing. He's like, yeah, I got a turret too. But Demon Kite just went in, swooped in, and made him second guess that.
It's simpler for Demon Kite to do this. But for Oheb, it's a 2 or 3 step process for him to hit the SOD, see if the coast is clear, and then wail at people. For Demon Kite, he can actually do it on cue. And that's what makes it so difficult for Blacklist to find an opening. They have to consider the farm on Oheb, which they've done now, sent him up top, and they have to deal with Aurora's constant pressure. Perks here, underneath the microscope, getting hit, and now the fight breaks out.
And they're just going to go and secure the Lord here. Rora might not even need to press anything further. Spear Destruction going to be thrown. Renegade will flicker on out to disengage. So, hey, that's an objective secure. Demon Kite jumping in, able to find Oheb. The 1v1 again. Tempest of Blades. Oheb has nowhere to go. Just as we were talking about it, man, is it a struggle for Oheb.
Immense game sense coming in from the smiling demon. I could have sworn I saw a grin on his face as soon as he checked that bush coming in from the Finch Poise. That is irreparable damage. Oheb had nothing to do but just take it. His Purify's not going to do anything. He was on the other side of the wall to hit a stun with the spear.
Yeah.
That's going to put Aurora way beyond 3K. Best believe, Joseph, this is just the start of the snowball.
Just to start right now, Renegade once again Him and Edward lining things up. Infernal Pursuit will get a flicker out from Haji. Also, once again, look at Oheb. Topside. Demon Kite again gets him. Implosion. They'll finally catch him, but for Demon Kite, it was all worth it because they'll get more space, more turrets to work with, and the Lord still on the bottom side.
Numbers-wise, the Blacklist did get a shutdown kill there. But I'm thinking big picture. I'm thinking mentally. Where is Oheb at? Oh no, underneath tier 3!
They're still going to fight even without Demon Kite. Edward jumping on in. Domeng working on the turret. This might be a moment for Blacklist to get a couple kills and fight back. Yue still up for now. Whittles them down enough. Domeng goes in, flickers, pops off. Able to get one, couldn't get the others. And that spear, again, not finding the connection.
The next standard, showing shades of the nickname henceforth pulled from, flickering forward to stop the punish from Blacklist.
Whew. There was so many low HP bars there.
Some savage moves. If he had the Renner,
yeah,
maybe he got a double.
Maybe.
But he got that was Nibiru.
Yeah, he had the Nibiru out. If only, but even so, you saw how much like just Yue was doing to them. Like he brought them down quite a bit with just the Lantern Flare.
Could have sworn Yue was gonna die too, but I forgot. You can actually Lantern Flare backwards.
Yes. So on the disengage, you're still putting it towards the chasers.
That's a huge gap between you and your pursuers. 30 seconds up until this next Lord spawns. It's gonna be enhanced upper quarter. Blacklist clearing up these waves. They cannot afford any more base damage given how little farm is on Oheb and how the past 5 minutes has been for the young Kiel Soriano. Dude, he died 3 times. If I'm not mistaken, all 3 in the hands
of Demon Kite.
If not twice the Demon Kite, once down bottom.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying, you know, Demon Kite is doing the job of really keeping him in check from just sitting in that side lane and farming up and joining these fights. He does finally get the Wind of Nature, but this is going to be a Lord easily secured. Glorious Pathway was dropped down. Do they really want to fight this? MP already out of the picture. There's the Way of the Dragon on Lord JM, and he can't run away either. It's already a double. Looking for more. Renegade keeps him in check, and Oheb will stay on that bottom side. Lord making its way.
I don't think Lord JM and MP were expecting that. They leaned hard into Aurora's trap with open arms, and now underneath tier 3 and mid, Renegade, who catches a few spears.
Just the last one. There's the implosion coming out from Perks, hoping for them to pick up a kill. Demon Kite jumps in on the backside, still working on the turret. Lord is still up. Haji and Oheb, Lord JM and MP back up. They're going to be able to defend this one.
The disciplined approach by Aurora into this end game scenario. Despite being 6,000 gold ahead, all inhibitors down, choose to play the long game. 9-8, as bloody close as this could be, Aurora are worlds ahead. Joseph, we've seen 7,000 gold leads, 8,000 gold leads.
Yep.
We've seen 2,000 gold leads. This feels closer to the former.
Yeah.
This is a huge 5K gold. Where's the majority of it on? It's not even between Oheb and Domeng.
Look at the junglers here, man. It's almost 3K
BK
difference.
and MP.
Yeah, massive. And Demon Kite, this is one of his key picks, this Ling. Whether he has an Angela or not, it doesn't matter. The way he moves around the map, the way he targets certain members like he has Oheb the whole time, like this is what makes him such a strong Ling player.
It's what you call the moves and the grooves.
Yes.
He weaves in and out, and when he catches his prey,
you can't escape.
He whips out the grin, and it's over the next thing you know. So here's the thing. MP the King, it's not like he has a bad hero. It's just what the Suyu wants to do, he couldn't because of how Blacklist can't find the right formation.
Yeah.
As it is, Aurora doesn't deal burst damage. Oheb can't find the 2 or 3 seconds he needs to free hit for MP to clean up. I think that's where the dilemma is. Aurora aren't allowing for that kind of interaction.
Yeah, they don't want it to happen. Part of this, though, too, you do see that Oheb's starting to have some pretty respectable damage. He just picked up the Malefic Roar. So if somehow, some way, they keep things together as a team in a base, maybe they can find the right angles to fight in. But even these choke points around the jungle are going to be difficult because of the fact that you also have Again, this Jushin across from you from Yue.
She can lantern flare you from across an obstacle, by the way.
Yeah.
So as long as Yue does his due diligence and puts up a perimeter between his opponents, his team, and a wall, Blacklist can never have an ideal engage. It's difficult is not even a word I would describe Blacklist situation right now.
Yeah.
It's worse than that.
It's worse than difficult at this point.
And the net worth doesn't tell you the full story. The kits that Aurora have brought to this draft. Here we go, coming
There's
in!
the implosion. It's on Renegade again. That's what they commit. Yue also already using the beacon. They go down with the Frigid Glacier. Demon Kite looking for Oheb again. Has the Wind of Nature. Gets the Immortality. Looking to clean up on the backside. They do get rid of Demon Kite. And it's Oheb and Lord JM down. Rora looking to go into the base here. 3 members forward. Renegade joining the fight. They're going to be working on this. It might be too much. MP trying to keep them at bay. Keep the waves clean. And so far they'll do it. Haji still alive, but Renegade's going to jump in. Gets the kick. They work on the base. And the lights are too much for the code of Blacklist as Rora wins in a sweep.